Here's help. Patience power. Of all people, a Norman crusader, with flashing sword and with banner unfurled, would seem to be the least likely to teach the power of patience. Yet, that is what happened. The stalwart Norman crusader, Tancred, declared, "Everything comes if a man will only wait." That is a lesson which has had to be taught and retaught by history, throughout history. The quiet, calm, sure power of patience. It has had to be taught again and again because people persist in associating power with action. Instant, compulsive action. Now, since those who will not learn from history are doomed to repeat its mistakes, then, obviously, someone is going to have to teach the power of patience to our restless, heedless, now generation, so let us first lay the foundation with the granite of history's solid wisdom which has withstood both trivia and time. J.G. Holland, the American author, was not content to only wait, but added the obvious advantage of working while waiting. There is no great achievement that is not the result of working and waiting. Patience power is not just a slogan to be brushed lightly aside. Joseph de Maistre, the French writer, 1754 to 1821, insisted, "To know how to wait is the great secret of success." And that's about as unequivocally as it can be stated. Being a clergyman, Horace Bushnell said it more gently, but none the less positively. A century ago, it is not necessary for all men to be great in action. The greatest and sublimest power is often simple patience. And, from that most quotable of all writers, Shakespeare, how poor are they who have not patience? What wound did ever heal but by degrees? How better can we identify patience with nature? Think of nature's healing of a wound. Always gradually, patiently. The deeper the wound, the slower the healing and the more patience required. It is a law of nature, which those who would inflict deep emotional wounds, and those who suffer them, should ponder and each learn, patience power. Did you ever engage in the rewarding pleasure of making thought chains? Let's start with the subject of this chapter, patience power, and link together the thoughts of different people, starting with Tyrone Edwards, the American author of the past century. He wrote, "He that is patient will persevere." Patient perseverance links, in our thought chain to persistence, such as described by President Calvin Coolidge. Nothing will take the place of patient persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more commonplace than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence, patient perseverance, and determination alone are omnipotent. We link our thought chain to Samuel Smiles' wise observation. To determine upon attainment is frequently attainment itself. Earnest resolution has often seemed to have about it almost a savor of omnipotence. This not only is an example of making thought chains, but also a demonstration of how each thought link, while related to it, is one more step away from our original subject, which we remind ourselves is patience power, about which the French poet Jean La Fontaine wrote, "Patience and time do more than strength and passion." To which we must add a related admonition from John Dryden, "Beware of the fury of a patient man." As we learned in our thought chain, patience is linked with perseverance. The French naturalist Georges Louis Buffon put it this way, "Hold on, hold fast, hold out." Patience is genius. And the American theologian Nathaniel Emmons emphasized the power of patient perseverance. Steady, patient, persevering thinking will generally surmount every obstacle in the search for truth. There is this continued linking of patience with perseverance in order to attain success and greatness. In the teachings of Jean de La Bruyère, the French essayist, there is no road too long to the man who advances deliberately and without haste, no honors too distant to the man who prepares himself for them with patience. But, as we have learned, patience must be linked with perseverance, because, as Napoleon said, victory belongs to the persevering. It is worth noting that this powerful, ruthless, military conqueror should single out the quality of perseverance as the means of victory. Yet, it is so. And those of us with ordinary talent can depend on the positive assurance of the great and wise English philanthropist, Sir Thomas Fowell Buxton. With ordinary talent and extraordinary perseverance, all things are obtainable. So what is it you want to obtain? Sir Buxton said you can get it through extraordinary perseverance. and wise, old Ben Franklin called it patience when he wrote, "He that can have patience can have what he will." Let us call it both, patient perseverance. With patient perseverance, all things are obtainable, and you can have what you will.